Hello. Hi, this is Jim Hansen with Realty One Group in Las Vegas. Coming to talk to you a brief minute about what is going on in the Las Vegas real estate market. It's surprisingly strong. If you had asked me a year ago what was going to happen here with the all the stuff going on with the pandemic and people not working and Las Vegas shutting down, I would have told you housing is not going to do well. Prices would probably be going down. That's not what happened. Property values have gone up about 10%. Let's just use 10% for the conversation. Big question is why? Well, there's three reasons. Interest rates. Interest rates already dropped really low. Right now, they went up a little bit. They came back down. If you have a decent credit, 30-year mortgage, you can get right around 3%. If you're willing to go 15 years, look around 2.25%. These are phenomenal rates. One of the next reasons people are relocating out of California, relocating out of more expensive markets, higher tax markets, they don't have to work in the city, so they can live and work at home. And Las Vegas is very affordable compared to where everyone's coming from, California. Yeah, we're still extremely affordable. They can sell a house for 1,400 square foot home for $500,000-600,000. Come here and get a larger home and put $200,000 in the bank if they had, you know what I'm saying. But and the next reason is the forbearance. What the forbearance is, if you're not familiar with, is people who are out of work, who are putting their payment on the back end of their loan. And just to give you an example, the average homeowner in Las Vegas, the average price, say a year ago, was around $300,000. I've already said the home prices have gone up about 10%. So you figure that homeowner, now their property is worth around $330,000 during a pandemic. It went up 10%. A payment on a mortgage payment on a house around $300,000, you're gonna around $1,500 a month. Times that by 12, that's $18,000 a year. So they put $18,000 on the back of their loan, but their home went up $30,000. So they have a net of $12,000 in equity for not making their payment. Not everyone's doing this. A lot of people are back to work and they're making their payment, but there are a lot of people in this situation. And why would you consider selling your home if you're not making your payment and your house is getting more valuable? It's a no-brainer for a lot of these people. I would say if you do know somebody in this type of a situation, please advise them that they have not trashed their credit yet. The forbearance does allow for them to not make the payment without trashing their credit. If when the forbearance ends, and well, newsflash, the big news this week is the government has postponed the forbearance. The forbearance program was supposed to be ending right about now, here in March, April. They didn't do anything. They let it go, and they announced that they were going to look at it in 6 months. What they're going to do in 6 months is anyone's guess. And hopefully the market will keep going up, so people keep getting this equity in their home. But if you do know somebody and they're out of work, they're not making their payment, maybe they're not paying attention to the news, they don't realize home values have gone up, the likelihood is that they've been in the house a year, 2, 3, 5, they have 10, 15, $50, $100,000 in equity in their home, and the credit's still fine. Now, when they get out of forbearance, they won't be able to qualify for a new loan, but if they can't make this payment, it's better to sell the house, pull that equity out, rent, keep their credit intact, and not lose the house to foreclosures, because these banks will be anxious when the forbearance program ends, and if people aren't making their payment, they're going to go back to getting their money, because they've been sitting on not getting a payment now for about a year. So let me see. Look at my notes real quick. Yeah, we want to let people know if you haven't been making your payment, you've got options. You've got equity there. You've got money in the bank. Don't trash your credit. You can probably rent, and in 6 months if you keep your credit in good shape, it's 6 months after the forbearance. That was the rules announced a while back. 6 months after the forbearance, you should be allowed to, if you go back to work and you say kept your credit in good standing and other circumstances and other parts of your life, you should be available to go out and purchase another home. Will they be affordable? I don't know, but it's better to have that money in your bank. It potentially is enough to get you through 12 months rent if you're not working, and have 20% down, depending on the situation. They're all different. But if you do know somebody, please have them reach out to us. We could take a look at them, look at their situation, let them know how much their home is worth, what they could sell for today, what they would end up walking with, and they can make a decision if they want to sell now or maybe start making their payment, or whatever, go through their options. So yeah, a little bit of news for Las Vegas. Interest rates down, yes. Vegas is still exploding with people coming here from California, yes, and home prices have been shooting up. This is usually typically the busiest time of the year is the spring. We do anticipate a more normal fall with the kids now being back at school. They're going to be finishing up here in a month or so, but in the fall we should get back to a more cyclical real estate market cycle where it's busy in the spring and summer and fades in the fall, but we shall see. Nothing's normal anymore. But that's about it. Once again, Jim Hansen, Realty One Group in Las Vegas and Henderson. BS 0.42622, my license number, so if you have any questions, got to do that from now on. But that's about it. So it looks about 6.5 minutes. If you have any questions, give us a call, 702-768-4556. Send an email to elaine.sellsvegas@gmail.com. You can call or text me, 702-321-6296. You know how to get a hold of us. I'm going to put a link here. Push the button. You can go to our webpage, and we'll go from there. All right, just under 7 minutes, so I'm going to sign out. Thank you all. Have a great day.